Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I achieve this luscious wash and go using a Denman 3-roll comb. So stay tuned for the tutorial. So first I rinsed my hair using the Detangling Bluest Black. And I washed my hair with the Main Choice Heavenly Halo Deep Hydration Shampoo. And I did a deep conditioning treatment with the Cantu Acai Berry Revitalizing Treatment Mask. Let's get that in view for you guys. Okay, there we go. And then I did another conditioning treatment in the shower with the Main Choice Tropical Moringa Sweet Oil and Honey Endless Moisture Rinse Out or Leave-In Conditioner. And I rinsed it out. Now I'm going to go ahead and get started and style my hair for you guys. And to style my hair, I'm going to be using this Denman 3-roll comb. And I'm going to be doing a wash and go. Now I washed my hair in the shower, so I'm going to go ahead and take the towel off. And I'm going to spray my hair thoroughly with water to just get that moisture back in there that the towel sucked out. And make sure that my hair is soaking wet when I style it. And I'm going to detangle my hair with this wide tooth comb. And I did most of the detangling while the conditioner was in the shower, so my hair is pretty easy to comb through. I'm really just combing it out so it'll be easier to style. And just get the middle real good, because that's where I get most of my tangles. And I have a fresh taper early in the week. I took down the sides and the back a little bit in preparation to wash and style my hair. Now I'm going to be styling my hair with the mousse. I'm using the Cream of Nature Coconut Milk for Natural Hair Curl Quenching Foaming Mousse. And I saw it in my local beauty supply store, so I just picked it up and I've used it a couple of times already. It's pretty good. And aside from the mousse, I'm going to be using Eco Style Olive Oil Gel. So I'm going to start by taking some mousse and rubbing it into my sides and the back of my hair. And I'm going to spray the sides and back with a little more water. And now I'm going to take some Eco Style gel and rub it into the sides and the back. And since these areas are really short, I'm just going to use my fingers and the palm of my hands to just define those areas. Now I'm going to start styling the top of my hair, and I'm going to start by parting the front with the rat tail comb and just clipping the rest of my hair back. And the front of my hair and the edges never behave like the rest of my hair, so I'm going to shingle that before I start doing a wash and go with the comb. And I'm just going to spray it with some water, and I'm going to put some mousse, and then I'm going to take some Eco Style gel and just run it through from roots to the ends. And I'm just going to shingle that front section to give it definition. So now I'm going to partition my hair into sections to make it easier to style. So I'm going to start with this side right here, and I'm just going to spray it with water to make sure that it's really wet, and run my wide tooth comb through it. And I'm going to use my rat tail comb first to part it, and I'm going to add some mousse. And then I'm going to add some gel. And I'm just going to take the 3-row comb and run it through that section. Now my sides are short, so for the most part, that's easy. So I'm going to part that section again. And since I'm using the 3-row comb, I can part in larger sections than I would when I'm just using a rat tail comb. And I'm going to clip the other section back. I'm going to add my mousse. I'm going to add the gel. And I'm going to take the 3-row comb. I'm going to do it in 2 sections, the front and then the back. And I'm going to run it through and let my coils pop back. And the 3-row comb really gets out any tangles that might be left and defines the coils. Let me just pat out any excess product. And I have one more section on this side. I'm going to spray it with some water first because it's getting a little dry. And I'm going to put the mousse. You could just take excess mousse and wipe it on a towel. And I'm going to add the Eco Style gel and just make sure that I get my ends really well. And I'm going to split that section in 2. And I'm going to first use the 3-row comb to detangle a little more. And then I'm going to, wait, hold on. There's a tangle in there, okay. I'm going to just run it through my hair and let my coils pop back. And I'm going to do the same with the other side. Use it to detangle first. And then run it through my hair and let the coils pop back. Look how luscious those coils are. Now I'm going to do the same to the other side, and then I'm going to start on the middle. Now I'm going to go ahead and get started with the middle. And I'm going to split this section because my hair is so thick. And I have to do it in smaller sections, or it'll be hard to navigate. So I split that middle section in half, and I split it in half again, and I'm going to start with this section right here. And first thing I'm going to do is just spray it until it's dripping wet. You want to make sure your hair is soaking wet so that the products seep in good and they don't clump. And with this section, I'm going to take the mousse and put it on the whole entire section for starters. This is not that big. And just rub it through from root to end. And then I'm going to part this section. And I'm going to clip the rest back. I'm going to add my gel and make sure that I get the ends really good. And then I'm going to take that 3-roll comb, and the first comb through is to get out any tangles that's left. And then I'm going to run the comb through it from root to tip, and then just let my coils bounce back. And look at that. Look how defined my coils are. So I'm going to go ahead and continue with this section, and then move on to the next section and do the same exact thing. Now I'm going to go ahead and part this next section in half, and I'm going to do the same thing, style one half, then move to the other half. And I'm going to thoroughly wet that section, and I'm going to detangle just like I did with the last sections. And I'm going to add mousse, my curling mousse, to the whole section. And then I'm going to part a section off to style and clip the rest back. Now I'm going to add my gel, and I'm going to run that 3-roll comb through to detangle. And now I'm going to run it through and let my coils pop back. I'm going to part another section and clamp the rest back. I'm going to add my gel, and I'm going to use the 3-roll comb to first detangle. And now I'm going to run my hair through the comb and let my coils pop back. And look how defined those coils are. The biggest difference I see with using the 3-roll comb over just like a rat tail comb is you can use larger sections and get your coils just as defined, so you'll get your hair done quicker. But it's also something about those 3 rolls and like the way they alternate that it just really adds a lot more definition. I get good definition with using a rat tail comb, but this 3-roll comb is next level. So I'm going to add gel to the last section in this area and use the comb to detangle first. And then I'm going to run my coils through the comb and let them pop back. And look how chunky and defined those coils are. And I'm going to go ahead and release that last section. Spray it with water and detangle. And see, this is why I split my hair into sections, because it's so thick. And if I leave it all out, it'll be hard to navigate and take me forever to get done. So I'm running the mousse through that section. And I'm going to part my first section and clamp the rest back. I'm going to add some Eco Style gel, making sure that I get from root to ends, getting the ends very good. I'm going to detangle first, and then I'm going to run that 3-row comb through and let my coils pop back. And I'm going to do the same thing to complete this section that I did with the rest. And if you notice, each section I'm pretty much parting into 3 sections to style. That's been the pattern that I've noticed to get the perfect size pieces to style. And that's it for the front. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the back. Now to work on the back, I'm going to split my hair into 2 sections. And I'm not using a mirror. I know how to just feel my way around. So that's what I'm going to do for y'all, so I can show you how I style the back of my hair. So I'm first going to split it into 2 sections, and now I'm going to split each section in half, just like I did the top. And I'm going to start with styling this section right here. First, I'm going to wet this section really good. Then I'm going to run the comb through it to detangle. And I'm going to add the mousse. I'm going to use the rat tail comb to part, and I'm going to use the rat tail comb to hold the rest of the section back. And I'm going to add my gel. And first I'm going to use the 3-row comb to detangle, and then I'm going to run my hair through it. And I'm going to go in sections wherever I feel I need to go, because I can't see. I'm feeling my way around. Now I'm going to add my gel, and I'm going to use the comb to detangle first. And I'm going to start over here, and I'm going to run the comb through. And this is the last section. For that section, first I'm going to use the comb to detangle. And I'm going to part that section in half. And now I'm going to run the comb through my hair to define my coils. Now I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. First I'm going to split it in half so that I can do the bottom half. And I'm going to clip the top half back. I'm going to spray it with water. I'm going to detangle. I'm going to add my mousse. And now I'm going to part the first section. And I'm going to hold it back with my rat tail comb. I'm going to add my gel. And I'm going to use the 3-row comb to detangle and then run it through. to define my coils. And it may be a little bit of overlap. I'm going to part it again. And use the rat tail comb to hold it back. I'm going to add my gel. I'm going to use the 3-roll comb to detangle first. And now I'm going to start over here first and then use the comb to define my coils. Let me just get in there again. And this is the last section. For this section, I'm going to add my gel. I'm going to use the 3-roll comb to detangle first, and I'm going to part that section in half. And I'm going to do that side first, and now do this side. So now I just have these 2 sections left. And I'm going to start with this section, but I want to secure this section a little more tightly. Make sure it's out of the way. And I'm going to start with spraying this section and detangling it just like the rest. Now I'm going to add my mousse. And I'm going to part the first section and clip back the rest. And I'm going to add my gel, making sure I'm getting the ends good. And first I'm going to use my 3-roll comb to detangle. And now I'm going to run it through to define my coils. I'm going to part the section again. And I'm going to twist this last section and then clamp it so the clamp could kind of just hang because there's nowhere to clip it. And I'm going to add my gel. I'm going to use the 3-roll comb to detangle. And then I'm going to run it through my coils. And this is the last part of this section. I'm going to do the same thing. Use the 3-roll comb to detangle. And then I'm going to run the comb through my hair to define my coils. And we have one more section to go, y'all. Now I'm going to release this last section and spray it with water. I need a little more water. And I'm going to detangle and add my mousse. And I've noticed that 1 pump of mousse is good enough for each section. I was using more than 1 pump and it was too much. 1 pump is good enough. Now I'm going to part my first section. And I'm going to clamp back the rest. And I'm going to add my gel, making sure I get the ends really good. Getting the ends good is important so that your hair won't frizz. And first I'm going to detangle that section. And now I'm going to run the comb through to define my coils. And I'm going to part my next section. And I can part that a little bigger. And I'm going to take the last section and twist it and clamp it so the clamp can hang because there's really nowhere to clamp it since the rest of my hair is done. And I'm adding my gel. I'm going to use the 3-roll comb to detangle, the 3-roll comb to detangle. And now I'm going to run it through to define my coils. Y'all see how them coils pop back? Now, this is the last section. And I'm going to add my gel. Getting them ends real good. Y'all hear the tone in my voice? I'm excited because I'm about done. And I'm detangling that section first. And now I'm going to run that comb through it to define my coils. And after I define each section, I just be kind of running my fingers through it to separate the coils a little bit. Now I'm going to go in and gel my edges. And I'm going to spray a little water on them because they got kind of dry. And I'm not gelling them too much. Just laying them a little bit. And I'm going to put some Eco Style gel on my edges. And I'm going to get these sides right here where it's cut low too. And I'm going to take my baby tress edge tool and I'm just going to brush that section down. And I'm going to brush this section down. And then I'm just going to get my edges in here. And I do this because my temples are thin. So when I gel my edges like this, it kind of camouflages the temples. And I use the tail end of the comb to just get in there and separate the hair. And that looks better than this. See? It's camouflaged a bit more. And I'm going to add some gel to the other side and do the same thing. And that's it for my edges. Told y'all, nothing spectacular. Just real quick to camouflage them temples. And I'm going to get my brush so I can just brush down the back and make sure that that's laid. So I'm just going to take my brush and get around the perimeter where it's faded and there's no coils. And just, I'm going to take a little water and just make sure that's laid down. And I'm just going through real quick to find any little sections that may be frizzy or stuck under clumps of curls. So I need some separating. And I just grab those and add a little extra gel on the ends. Like, see this section right here? It can use some splitting and it's a little frizzy on the end. So I just split it and separate it. And this one too, I tend to get those sections in the middle of my hair where it's thicker and may not get as defined with just the comb. And then I'm just going to fluff my hair. And usually I lift my roots with a pick while my hair is wet, but I actually have to sit under the dryer today. So I'm going to sit under the dryer for about 30 to 40 minutes and let it dry for the most part. And then I'm going to lift my roots with a pick and I'll be all done. So my hair is all dry, y'all. It took about 40 minutes, but it's all dry. And I'm going to show you guys a close-up of these coils before I lift my roots. And just look at that. Look how defined those coils are. Like, this 3-row comb really got my hair popping. Now I'm going to go in and slightly lift my roots with this metal pick, and I'm just giving it a little bit of lift to even out the shape because sometimes it doesn't dry even and I have like little flat spots in my head, and it's to give it a little more volume. And I was foolish to think that my hair was completely dry. My hair is never completely dry. Of course, it's still kind of damp in the roots, but that's not a problem. But I'm just going to lift these roots a little bit more. The top is pretty much good. And I'm going to go in and lift the back a little bit. So to do the back, I'm going to start from the top and work my way to the bottom. And the very bottom doesn't need to be lifted. And I'm just going to work in sections, and I'm trying to feel my way around. I'm pretty much lifting anything that's flattened out just to even out my shape. And I don't want to pull through the coils because then that messes up the style. This is just to lift the roots and, like I said, even out the shape, especially when you have a tapered cut, because things look flat and uneven, and then your shape could look a bit awkward. And I'll have to check with a mirror to make sure things are good, but y'all get the idea. And that's it, y'all. My hair is done. I'm all set. Let me know if you guys have any questions in the comments, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thanks for visiting my channel, and I'll see you guys next time.